So I think it's important for us to actually, when we want to bless our family members, is to actually think about these funds or these monies from their perspective and how can we better protect.
Yes, I totally agree with you. I mean, as we age, right? Don't talk about scammers, right? As we age, right? The power of saying no is weaker, especially to our own family members. So imagine if I'm older and then my children tell me, hey, now it's time to divide, give us, to start your distribution now, right? Start giving us, right? So if I don't want to hear all this nagging, from my children, I may say, oh, okay. Just give. Then what happened to me if I need the money?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So as we age, the power of saying no is weaker. So if I place all my funds and all my savings, my retirement funds into the trust, right? And if they ask me for money, I have inside the trust. But you have to talk to my trustee first. At least there's a layer of, protection there, And it gives me the confidence to say, no, I don't have, right? Money is not in my hand, you see. So I think that give a lot of protections for elderly, right? It's easier to say no to them, right? So like what you said, give them at the right time. Don't give them so much. Give them too much. It may not be good for them. As much as we want to bless our children, right? But then giving them at the wrong time, right? It may not be a good thing to them. Yeah.
Yeah. So, apart from these elderlies that, I guess these are for a group of people who set up trust maybe in the age of 50s or 60s, in case their parents are still around. How about those younger ones? Do you see a rising trend where parents are concerned about their minors, their young children?
Always.
Right? So they don't want the children to inherit too much at a certain point of time.
Yes.
And I think one of the biggest concern is, usually I always share that if one party is not around, maybe the father or the mother is not around, so there's still somebody else, right? But a lot of times people neglected or forgotten about the fact that what if both are no longer around and leaving behind a young child, right? So what is going to happen? You see more and more Singaporeans or actually people are paying more attention to this area these days compared to the past.
Yes. So I have met a lot of young couples when they just, started their family, newborn kids or minor children. Yes, they are very concerned about this, if in the scenario where both are not around, right? So what happened to the children, right? So especially for minor children or even young adults, is always our concern as parents, right? We do not know who are the people who influence them. Okay, even at the age of 21, 25, there'll be friends asking that, hey, let's go join into venture, do business together, right? So who are these people? Is it good influence or bad influence, right? So these are always parents' concern. Then what about if they get into a relationship? We do not know, okay, whether, the relationship will last, or the other party will influence them, in a bad way, right? So this is always parents' concern. Then if they get married, right, marriage lasts or not? What if I give them, right, at the point of divorce, will this money form part of the matrimonial assets, right, to be divided out, right? So this is always parents' concern when it comes to children.
Yeah, actually, in fact, I think a couple of weeks ago, or last month, I met up with an old client of mine. She's quite wealthy. And I think a combined estate size with her husband, probably around $10 million, right? So she has absolute trust in her daughter. Her daughter is very sensible. I mean, over the years, she shared a lot of stories and experiences of her daughter with me. So her daughter is very sensible, top student, can do very well in life. But her main concern is that if both parents are no longer around, she gets to inherit everything, right? And then she get into a marriage, and then eventually, what if she got a divorce? Then she doesn't want an outsider, in a way, after divorce, it's outsider, to actually get a hands on the estate or of the monies that they left behind, which is actually, from their point of view, is meant to take care of the daughter until the daughter grow up, become old, that kind of thing. So that is a primary concern. Right. So actually, I have been urging her to write a will for a long, long time. Right. She is just she didn't have the time. She didn't want to do it. So the other day when we were just having a coffee and then just discussing, so this is her biggest concern. Right. She doesn't. It doesn't matter for her lah. Just for her personally, she okay lah. 20+ years old, you take everything. She's fine. Right. But she have this concern and then she shared one thing with me. There's this saying, 肥水不流外人田. So they don't want the monies to be given to somebody else.
Yes.
Right. So I think this is also one of the a lot of concerns